Have you ever had this issue that when importing a big amount of leads in Pardot or HubSpot, Salesforce answer back with a lot of sync errors because it get overwhelmed and we reach the CPU limitation due to the triggering of the different flows that we might have in Salesforce? Yes, rings you a bell? So here, Julian from Ivico today wanted to go with you through this issue and see how we can automate the resync of all your leads in Pardot or in Salesforce in a more automatic way to try to reduce this sync error queue. Okay, so we already faced this issue, obviously, as all of us. And when you've got 10, 30, 50 errors, this is fine. We can easily manually resync all those errors and push the synchronization. But what about when we have hundreds and thousands of leads that present this sync error? This is quite an issue, quite painful, and we cannot definitely go one by one to resync. So normally you see this is this type of error where at some point, whenever I sync, there is no issue, the link will resync automatically, but I need to do this manual action. The bulk option in Pardot will only allow me to resync 50 records at the same time, but so this is already time consuming, and also 50 records at the same time might already be an issue for Salesforce to handle depending on the health of your flows, and it might also keep generating this type of sync errors. So today I would like to show you how to do it with a tool called Octopath. And basically what we will do is, imagine this one is a list of 1,700 errors due to this sync issue with the flows. So here I would select all the records here. I would export them. And when the export is ready, let me take it here with you here. When the export is ready, basically, I will isolate the column with the prospect ID, and with a simple formula, I will rebuild all the classic Pardot URL that I would need to access to each and every leads that present this sync error. All right. So this will give me the list of URL that need to be resynced. In this case, I've got, you see, 1,400, let's say. Okay, this is when I will open my Octopath. And here, I will basically copy paste all the URL that needs to be resynced. So just for the sake of this example, I will only take a few, all right? And I will start. All right, yes, sure, cool. So this will give me this basically screen where, just for a matter of privacy, I will not show more of the screen here. But basically, once you've here, you might be asked to logged in Salesforce, so you need to put your credential. For the moment, I only get the chance to test it with Pardot Classic because the URL structure is more easy to go page by page. But here you can see my 4 pages that needs to be resynced, right? I will create a loop here where I say, okay, go to the URL. When you go to the URL, you will simulate a click on this button. Okay, so this is simple. So it's already doing it, and you will see at the end, the message will change. All right, and now the prospect is synchronized successfully. Okay, so how do I do that? When I'm here, you can here choose action, right? So the action will be make a click here, choose to make a click on this specific button. Okay, so in this case, I will go and select the button where I want to do a click thanks to this tip. Okay, so this is the element I will choose, and I will say, sorry, it's in Spanish, but it say make click on the URL. Okay, and this is the action I will choose. All right, nice. So you don't need to do it several times. I will just remove the one I've just created. Okay, cool. And then just for me to know that I did everything properly, I will extract data. So here on my screen, you can basically choose what data you want to extract from the page so you know that everything went well. So here I would get my original URL I called for the exercise. I will also copy the status that have been given back by the page and the name, for instance, of the prospect. Okay, how do I do that? Well, you can add columns here, all right? And you can choose, sorry, and you can choose whatever information you want to add. So for instance, here, the URL original that you put, or you can capture data on the page, okay? You can also go directly here and say, hey, I want to capture, I don't know, I want to capture, let's say the name here, so only the text, the URL or whatever. So here would be that. This is what I did before, and you see you're gonna have a new column. So how this is working afterward, this will do a loop, and it will look at all the URL that you actually put in your Octopath initially. So here, when you give to execute, say standard mode, it will bring you here, and this is when everything gonna start to run. You go to the first URL. So here you see we've got an issue. We don't see the status message going back, right? This is because it didn't get to sign in Salesforce. So we need to start again and pause. We're gonna go directly to the page and sign in, okay? So let me sign in. For this, I will pause the video for a little while. Okay, so I did sign in and I'm back here. So now if I do continue, you will see that Octopath will go URL by URL, all right, and go give me back the status of the page and the name of the guy that went to correspond to this URL, and then go to the next one, and again and again. Prospect sync successfully with the name of the person. It will go to the next one and do the same process. You see, so here, then you can do anything else meanwhile and have your Octopath work with you, simulating your click on the sync button in Pardot and resynchronizing everything, all your leads with Pardot. With this method, we get to fix more than 10,000 sync error we had on an account, and we can definitely say it helps us a lot. Hope it was useful. Please let me know if any question, and happy to go through with you guys. Thank you very much.